Thank you, and thanks for sticking around. We're still here at Upfront and Company, and our next guest is local redesigner Lanni Lantto. Lanni, thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Doug. Thank you for having me.
You are doing some neat things, and we've got some pictures to take a look at that we brought along, so we will punch up a picture on our slides. Oh, wait a second. Now, this is a picture of a tablecloth, and I thought that you were designing clothes, so this must be a mistake of some sort.
I'm not in tablecloth design.
Go to the next picture. Let's see what we've... Oh, okay, here's one of your fashions. But it looks similar to the tablecloth. What's going on here?
It actually is the tablecloth.
It is the tablecloth.
Redesigned.
Redesigned. So this is what you're doing. You are redesigning clothes.
That's
Explain
right.
the process.
Redesigning is basically taking something old and making it new. So in this case, you take a tablecloth that was used for one purpose, and now you're repurposing it into something else.
And this has a lot to do with the whole green concept of reduce, reuse, recycle, and you're making sure that things aren't getting wasted.
Definitely. I mean, part of my mission as a redesigner is educational. So I think as consumers, we need to be aware of the immense waste within the fashion industry. It's estimated that about 68 pounds of clothing per year per person are thrown into landfills. So just taking one piece of secondhand clothing into your wardrobe really saves thousands of gallons of water, electricity, and carbon pollutions.
Now, you don't just use tablecloths. You use other materials.
Yes, basically nothing has been off limits so far.
Everything's on the table.
But mainly, yes, actually. But mainly, I use clothing, vintage clothing.
So my entire closet of old clothes is up for grabs. You can,
absolutely.
You can find, I've got plenty of it. We've got another slide up here.
Okay.
Explain this outfit to us.
This is called the tent dress. This is actually the most popular dress I've made so far. It is made from an outdoor tent.
From a tent.
And it has bird poop still on it as evidence.
Okay. We've got another one. What's our next outfit to take a look at?
This is the same dress. It's on the runway in Ithaca, New York.
Okay. All right. And one more.
This is my 1998 prom dress from Marquette Senior High School. And it's been reworked. This is the third time it's been reworked. So that's what that is.
I'm all in favor of recycling prom dresses. Now, one of your goals, you say, is to bring up recycled, reconstructed fashion further, make it more mainstream.
Correct. Yeah, one of my goals is to actually bring this awareness on a global scale. So I would actually love to have a tent on the red carpet. But it's not only just being a designer, it's also just being socially aware of our consumption habits.
Yeah, absolutely. Mm-hmm. That'd be awesome. And for more information about you and what you're doing, people should visit your website at lannilantto.com.
Yes.
All the information's there.
Yep.
Okay, we've also got a couple live models with us to see some of the things you've got. So if we could bring on Sam here. What is Sam wearing?
This is Sam. She is in a jumper. If you want to turn around, Sam. This is actually a bag that you used to go to the grocery store, one of those canvas bags, and I took it out. It says Marquette on it. And then this was a white shirt, and I lined it with the black and added the canvas bag as an applique decal on the back. And then underneath, this is one of the things that I sell. It's a secondhand T-shirt, and it's got an applique design on it that's made from old jeans and old T-shirts as well.
Who does your sewing for you?
I do my sewing, yeah.
You do all your sewing. You must have had a lot of training for that.
I've had absolutely no training, Doug.
No training. Well, you are self-taught, and you're doing a wonderful job here.
Thank you.
This is awesome. We've got another model here, Melanie. Let's see what Melanie's wearing.
Melanie is in one of my more elegant pieces. I also do these for sale. This is reworked fabric with a salvaged fabric belt that I made. And this detail on the front is actually taken from another white shirt. So it was the detail on another shirt, and I took it off and added it onto this. So a lot of upcycling is taking something that you find and adding it onto something else to make it new.
That's beautiful. Thank you, Melanie. Now, you have some international experience, don't you?
Yes, I spent the summer of 2009 in Europe doing research on other upcyclers to really just kind of solidify our movement and to let them know that we're not alone.
Is this something that's maybe more advanced in Europe than it is here?
Well, they're doing a lot of amazing things in Europe. There's one organization called Trade, which is textile recycling, and they have recycling banks where you can go into the charity shop and you pay £1 for the clothing there, and then they have sewing machines set up where you can actually rework your clothing, and they're very successful in doing that. That is something I would like to bring that idea over to the United States.
That's that mainstream goal you're talking about.
Yes.
Now, what if someone's interested in some of these fashions for themselves? How do they find them?
You can contact me through my website. The name is a little tricky, so it's 2 N's and 2 T's. but it's www.lannilantto.com. And there's a contact form there. I do personal consultations, too, so I can go into someone's closet, like your closet, and help you with ideas. Or you can come to my studio, and we can design a piece together.
I think this stuff is really cool. I've always been kind of a St. Vincent's guy myself anyway, and this is kind of right up that alley because I'm into not wasting things. As I suggested earlier, I have things in my refrigerator from probably back in your prom days. But I think it's great. You've got an event coming up you wanted to talk about?
I do. I actually have 3, real quick. November 19th, there's a History Museum fundraiser. It's called History on the Catwalk, and I'm going to have some vintage reworked pieces in that.
I think that's happening here.
That is happening here at the Upfront from 6 to 9:30.
Okay.
And then the other one is that I'm doing a workshop through the Marquette Arts and Culture Center, so it's a redesign creativity workshop through them. And lastly, I'll be at the TV6 craft show selling pieces there.
Okay, you've got the workshop coming up, so anybody can sign up for that, be involved, and you can teach them some of the things you've learned, how to use these recycled materials, and start to do some of these things themselves.
Yep, it's the most important part of it is that it empowers yourself to create your own pieces. And like I like to say, the most ethical fabrics out there are the ones that you have in your closet. You don't need to buy anything new.
Absolutely. You know, we do waste so much, and these days when budgets are tight, why not find ways to stretch your fashion dollar by using things you've already got in your closet?
Exactly.
And absolutely, you're going to be wearing something that's one of a kind. Nobody's going to have the same thing, are they?
That's right. That's the best part.
All right, great. Well, Lanni, thanks for joining us. I love your fashions. I hope this snowballs and you get rolling on this and everybody picks up on it because it's green, it's great, and it's beautiful. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you very much, Doug.
All right. Thank you.
Who's minding your business when you lock your doors?
Dr. Houghton's Message Service, this is Jeanette.
Range Telephone Answering Service, taking care of your business when you can't be there.
The Marquette Community Federal Credit Union has a great deal just for you.
No way.
You can get a loan for 6.9% APR up to $5,000 for a maximum of 36 months.
That's outstanding.
No, it's true. That's 6.9% APR up to $5,000.
Really?
Plus, there's more.
Come on.
Non-members stop in and ask about additional savings.
Yikes.
Great value and savings at the Marquette Community Federal Credit Union.
Okay, perfect. Okay, welcome back. Welcome back, and we've got the Fat Man with us, and the Fat Man is presented by Public Service Garage, where nobody serves the public like Public Service Garage. Welcome, the Fat Man.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yeah, and you've been out of town. You went to visit some family?
Yeah, I went down to Birmingham, Alabama, where my wife and son live, and celebrated my 25th anniversary down there. Watched my son play a little football. I understand there's a long snapper on the crew, and he's a long snapper down there. We watched a little football and had some fun. Went over to see the Bengals play the Atlanta Falcons over in Atlanta. It was a good time.
That's really good. Now, do they really care about football down in Alabama?
It's bigger than being a Baptist down there. It's huge.
So your son's got to go in the right profession. That's good.
Well, we're working on it.
And it was your 25th anniversary. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, way to go.
That.
We've got a couple events we want to talk about. In fact, something's coming up tomorrow night, Friday night. It's a blues festival. Tell us about that.
You know, the Marquette Area Blues Society puts on the Blues Festival in Matson Lower Harbor Park. It happens over the Labor Day weekend, basically, every year. And they need to raise some money from time to time, and they're having a show right here at the Upfront and Company.
Beautiful.
On Friday night featuring Lurie Bell's Blues Band. And they're out of Chicago. Lurie Bell's father was a harmonica player back in the day, and he was a big-time harmonica player. And they're going to be here, and they're going to be playing with Mike Letts and the Marquettes. And that's going to be Friday night at 7:30. And, again, it's a fundraiser for the Marquette Area Blues Society with all the proceeds going to the society. It's a nonprofit organization. And, again, with the money going to the Blues Festival happening over the Labor Day weekend next year.
You know, what I know of the type of musicians that the Blues Festival attracts and the type of musicians that Upfront and Company attracts, I got a feeling this is going to be a pretty good night of music.
Oh, absolutely. And, it's a great festival down in the Matson Lower Harbor Park. It's a wonderful venue and a good time every year, and we're more than happy to come on the show and trumpet the news about what should be a very good night Friday night, and everything kicks off about 7:30 right here at the Upfront and Company.
Sounds good. Now, there's another event coming up Saturday night. That's a fundraiser for a young man in the area that needs a little help.
Yeah, there's a young man by the name of Eric Urin, And apparently he's a big motocross guy. Now, I don't know anything about motocross myself. But
Scares me.
I just know that, and one of the things I've really noticed about this community is when someone needs some help, they come together and they help out.
Yeah.
I mean, we see $10,000 raised here. We see $14,000 raised here. The Humane Society event a couple of weeks ago raised about $15,000. Yeah. This young man is big into motocross, and he broke his leg. And he's had some complications as a result of that. And they're having a fundraiser. It's going to take place at the Crossroads Bar and Grill Saturday night from 4 until 8 o'clock. And they're just raising a little money to help offset the expenses for his medical care.
That's great. So that's at the Crossroads Saturday night. You don't have to buy tickets ahead of time. Everybody knows where the Crossroads is.
Right.
It's right at the Crossroads. Help this young man and his family with some probably extraordinary expenses to have to do with
Absolutely.
this. And like you said, I'm glad you pointed it out. You know, it seems like people in this area really do come together when someone needs some special help with fundraising for these types of things.
Oh, it's unbelievable. You remember the Hendrickson young man? That was a $14,000 fundraiser. We already spoke about the
and
Humane
Frank
Society.
Droz, sure.
And the Droz kid last year. And it's really amazing how everyone kind of coalesces and does a very nice job. That's one of the beauties of living here on the north coast of America. And in a community like this, it's wonderful how it comes together.
Well, we're glad you appreciate that. The Fat Man, once again, he will be back again with more information about what's going on in the community. He's brought to you by Public Service Garage. He's on 100 The Point Radio. Listen to him, 100.3 The Point. Make sure you check out The Fat Man daily. Thank you very much for joining us.
Appreciate you.
Good friends, good food, good times. Sit long, talk much, laughed often. Quotes you've heard or seen hanging on the walls of kitchens. They're all true because a kitchen is the heart of your family's home. When you walk through the doors of Schwalbach Kitchens, you become part of our family. As we help you create the kitchen of your dreams, see how affordable creating those memories can be. Schwalbach Kitchens, part of your family and your local kitchen dealer for over 32 years.